Hello, I'm Dr. Tsoi, the acupuncturist and herbalist, of course, the artist. So today I'm going to talk about this acupuncture painting. And as you know, I use yin and yang and the five elements to create art. And this painting is actually is an acupuncture painting because they really have, I put the needles and the canvas. I know it's a lot of new things, a lot of message you send, and have so many different way to do art. And I just try to be myself and create art and make a lot of interesting things. And today's these paintings is a acupuncture painting. You can right now you probably cannot see the needles, and so because you go straight, the needles is straight. So let me turn a little bit on side. You can see. So I hope you can see the needles now, and see they have a shining. Yeah, so that's the needles. So they stick out. They become very interesting. Of course, the paintings people cannot try to touch because they can get hurt. So, and that's the needles you can see. And so this all those years I practice acupuncture and use needles to helping people and balance their energy flow. And one day I wake up, I said, hey, why painting don't need acupuncture? So that's why a lot of things you just go process. So step by step. So that's why I create everything every day. And of course, not only just helping people, also I interested to create art, have a different way to do it. Then that's why they come up the ideas. So that's paintings become very interesting. The needles stick out, and basically, and stuck the needles on the back. So from the back you go through. Then that's why you can see the needles. Yeah, yeah. So hopefully you can see more. And of course, then I write acupuncture and the canvas. And so the acupuncture, so between the size and the different color, then they create the different tips. And of course, the colors, so the blues is good for the liver and the gallbladder, and the black is good for the kidney, and the yellow is good for the digestion system, and the red is good for the heart. So that's why the color itself, so they help different internal organ. Of course, for me, do paintings not only just help physically and also help mentally. And then you guys think about they have so many different ways to take care of your body, mind, and spirit. So that's why I see something you cannot see is more spiritual, and some you can see is more the more realistic. So it's it's a body of work. It's more realistic. So that's why I see constantly think about the five elements and the yin and yang. Yin and yang is the universal law. So everybody and who live in the universe should follow that law. So of course, sometimes once a while we are a little out of balance. We need to balance back because if you are out of balance is too long, so they can get physically sick or mentally sick, and then of course you get spiritually sick. So that's why paintings, artists, and the whole society, including the economy and the country to country relationship and family relationship, husband and wife. All those things have yin and yang. So it's a matter of you pay attention to figure out the yin and yang affects your system or not. So of course, in the family, man belong to yang, and women belong to yin. So that's why man should act like a man, women should act like women. So that's how they're going to balance. So that's the whole universal law. And of course, hot belong to yang, cold belong to yin, up belong to yang, and the low for that's belong to yin. Of course, my paintings, you can see the line. I write the acupunctures, the continuation. Of course, that's just the writing. Of course, I purposely do that and try to have the energy flow. And then they mix with the acupuncture. They have a different depths and create some chi energy flow and with paintings. Of course, I use the five elements of colors and to create that, so to balance the system. So that's why I hope you guys understand more. And I talk about the yin and yang and the five elements of create art. Of course, my some other paintings a little different because the theory, the body, mind, spirits conditions the same, and of course every day, and I use a different way to do things, and then they come out a little bit different things. With acupuncture paintings, use needles to stick out like that, so it's pretty new. And from my point of view, nobody did right now in the whole world. But of course, maybe something I don't know. And see, that's just the things. I try to be myself, but at the same time, I don't like to get bored. So I always challenge myself, try to do something, create something, and new. And that is what I try to achieve. Of course, sometimes I thought it's new, maybe it's not new, but for at least new for me. And at this point, I use needles to create, to give paintings, acupuncture. I think it's pretty new because in the whole world, it's not easy to find an acupuncturist at the same time as be an artist and be very creative and like to create art. So that's why I see my work probably is very new, very cutting edge, and of course sometimes you don't like it. That's understandable because a lot of new things, and you're not necessarily easy to accept. And the other things is even the paintings I have created different paintings, and you're not necessarily going to like all my paintings because each day is my mood, my thinking, my changing, and sometimes more yang, sometimes more yin, sometimes a little more fast, sometimes a little slow, and have sometimes in the good mood, sometimes a little in the bad mood. And so, of course, that's why I create art. Usually, try to use art as a medicine to create it, to balance my physical condition. So that's why the arts come out differently. And my arts is really create for myself, use art as medicine to medicate, self-medicate for myself. But the thing is, after balance my physical and mental and spiritual condition, and of course the paintings get done. So that's the medication being designed. Then of course these paintings sometimes they can match with some other viewer or collectors. So that's why they are start interested and they cannot without it, and they really wants to collect the work, and that's why it become art. Art is really the create medicine for the artist. So it's very, some the arts is like you some people ask something to do something, so that's you create for somebody else. A lot of time those arts is really not match with the artist. My personally I don't think that's good art, but of course everybody have their own opinion, and I think the best art you have to just like create medicine to match with the artist first, and then and the medicines being created, and some other viewer or collectors, and like the medicine to match with their physical condition. So that's why it become best art. So today I run out of time. I really appreciate you watching my video, and we can talk a little bit more. Thank you for watching.